Female genital mutilation is an operation involving the total removal of the clitoris, labia minora, and severing of the inner side of the labia majora. Sides of the labia majora are sometimes sewed together, leaving a small hole for urine and discharge. FGM is a social ritual performed in 28 countries, ranging from Africa to the Middle East and some of the Islamic Asian countries. Approximately 140 million women have been circumcised between ages 4 and 14. There is no anesthetic given to the girls or women during the operation, so the pain is unbearable. The practice is normally done by untrained midwives who use improper tools like knives, razors, or broken glass.
Words cannot express the pain I felt, the confusion that I felt. Because now I realized that what was done to me was a terrible thing. That in this society it was called barbaric. It was called mutilation. My mother has said it was called circumcision, but here it was mutilation. And I was thinking, I'm mutilated. I'm a mutilated person. Oh my God. And then the anger came. I was a black, angry woman. Oh yeah. A little one, but angry nevertheless. I went home and said to my mom, you did something. This is not the African thing to do, pointing at your mother, but hey, I was ready for any consequences. You did something to me. She's like, what are you talking about, Khadija? She's used to me mouthing off. I'm like, those years ago, you circumcised me. You cut away something that belonged to me. She said, yes, I did. I did it for your own good. It was in your best interest. Your grandmother did it to me, and I did it to you. It made you a woman. I'm like, how? She said, you're empowered, Khadija. Do you get itchy down there? I'm like, no. Why would I get itchy down there? She said, well, if you were not circumcised, you would get itchy down there. Women who are not circumcised get itchy all the time. Then they sleep around with everybody. You are not going to sleep around with anybody. And I thought, her definition of empowerment was very strange.
There are 3 different types of this procedure. Type 1 is the partial or total removal of the clitoris. Type 2 is the removal of the clitoris plus part of the labia minora. Type 3 is the removal of part or all of the labia minora, with the labia majora sewn together, covering the urethra and vagina and leaving a small hole for urine and menstrual fluid.
Conversation. I went back to school. These were the days when we had Dolly and Girlfriend magazine. You know, there was always the seal section. Anybody remember those seal sections? The naughty bits, you know? Oh yeah, I love those. Anyway, there was always an article about pleasure and relationships and, of course, sex. But there was, you know, it always assumed that you had a clitoris, though. And I thought, this doesn't fit me. This doesn't talk about people like me. I don't have a clitoris. I watch TV and those women will moan like, oh, oh. I was like, these people and their damn clitoris. What is a woman without a clitoris supposed to do with her life?
I spoke with Stephanie Walters, who is an ex-board member of Insurun, an organization whose goal is to empower Somali women toward improved health. A point she made frequently is that not all women who underwent this procedure feel ashamed or victimized by it. We need to be careful in how we talk about it, and we don't want to assume they are victims or make them feel worse about something they may actually feel proud of. The way we talk to individuals who underwent this procedure versus the way we talk about it as a global challenge for health is different. As a medical professional, Ms. Walters made it clear that she would not condone this procedure for any of her own children or family. She stated that some women performing this procedure in more of a midwife model see female genital mutilation as part of bonding, maturation, development, and try and be more celebratory about it. She was hesitant to speak universally about the humans performing this procedure because they probably have a lot of diversity in their experiences and their approach to the practice of female genital cutting. Immediate effects of female genital mutilation are blood loss, pain, and sometimes death. Long-term effects may include urinary infections, infertility, painful menstruation or intercourse, and an increased risk of HIV/AIDS or difficulties during childbirth.